Overall effort from all.
For a real good team effort to start this road trip, and that's exactly what we got. You know, everybody contributed. Lost a defenseman early. 5 guys did a great job back there. Costin was real solid in goal, and all 4 of our lines were working and doing the job.
A couple of multi-point scores from the back end. What does it do for this club when you have a couple of guys on the back end chipping in offensively?
Yeah, well, it's huge. I mean, we're looking for scoring all through our lineup, and when you get a game like this, I just mentioned that, and the coaches are just looking at the score sheet, and we got a lot of guys that hit the score sheet tonight, including defensemen. So it was a good, like I say, it was a good, strong team win.
Speaking of that, Marcus Granlund gets his first of the season. How did you think of it? What did you think of his game?
No, he was good. I mean, opportunistic. It was nice to see him get on the board. That's a relief for anybody to get that first one of the year. So the guys were happy for him in the dressing room after. It's good to see him get on the board.
How important is it for you guys to score first?
I think it's less important in the league now than it used to be. But when you score first, you feel like you can get momentum. You know, if you got to chase a game, it's obviously a little tougher. But we've given up some early leads, and we found a way to get back into it. So it's not as bad as it used to be.
Zach was in the first period was all around the net, eh?
Yeah, Zach was. You know, we were looking for a real response game. This morning, our team was like they were good this morning. They were dialed in, and Zach's a big part of that. Like he's vocal. He goes out there and he does a lot of work, and a lot of times it's hard. Like there's work and then there's gritty hard work, and he's gritty hard. You know, so he played a heck of a game tonight.
So he's the meat and potatoes with those other 2 guys.
I like to see them all be meat and potatoes, right? Some just have a little more talent than others, right? But they can all be meat and potatoes.
Dave, just maybe an additional comment on Mikko Koskinen, because he had to be really good in certain stretches.
Yeah, there was a lot of shots from outside early, but then when he had to make a big save, he made a big save, and that's especially coming into here. They throw a lot of pucks in the first period at the net, and we kind of weathered that storm. He made some good saves. You know, the first one that went in is kind of an unfortunate break, goes off a guy, but he was real solid in there tonight, really solid, and that's what we needed. We knew we were going to come in here and have to play a real good road game, and to do that, your goaltender has to play well, and he did.
Zach he has a history of taking penalties too that are away from the play, like an aggressive guy, but I don't see too much of that in him this year.
He's playing a smart game. Zach's a good player. He's matured as a player. You know, he's learning how to play. I mean, he's a good fit on that line, but you watch what he does. He's a smart player. He's got skills. He's got size, but he plays situations that he really helps that line in a lot of situations. So he's a real valuable player on our team.
Like a Tom Wilson, the Western version of him.
Yeah, I don't know Tom Wilson that well, but he's a big body, plays a hard game, you know, and we need that out of him. But he has the skill to have an impact on the game.
When you have a 5-game road trip, what does a win like this do to maybe set yourself up?
Well, it's just a good start. We talked about getting a good start on the trip. We talked about the importance of the trip and getting a good start on the trip. So the first game behind us was a good win. Now we've got to move on to the next and figure out what we have to do to try to be at our best that night.